We're at few minutes to 11, at which time there will be a talk in the drawing room about the history of the manor. We're probably gonna check it out because, you know, we want to learn. We want to see who goes in the talk. We want to see what happens. But let's spend the few minutes we have until then maybe talking to Mr. Varley about the various things that
May I be of service, Mr. Ward?
we've been uncovering. See if he can tell us about any of those. For example, does he know anything about who invited Miss Deane to here? Is it true that Miss Deane was specially invited to the manor? If she was, I was not informed. Regardless, we're not liable to discuss that information with guests, Mr. Ward. Well, aren't you nice? Can you tell me about the bridge game that took place here? Because we still want to know about who was where, although someone told us who was there already, but he made no different details. I'm told there was a bridge game the other evening. Did I miss out on much? Yes, one of the events that was run for the guests, as Marquess Blake was overseeing it himself. I took the opportunity to meet with the housekeeper and coordinate rotas for the following day. I'm afraid I have little else to tell you as a result. He wasn't there for the fight, and he says that he was seeing the housekeeper, but he could have been out there arguing. Do you know anything about this shadowy figure in the garden? Mr. Varley, have you ever had reports of, well, ghosts of giants on the lands? Reports? No. All those things, ghouls and giants, have entertaining sections in the library. Maybe there would be something of use to you there. Yeah, well, we've already been in the library, so we don't need that. Anything you know about the Fae? Do you entertain the idea of the Fae at the hotel? That would be a matter of personal belief. Certainly, the manor story is tragic enough that if one wanted to, they could find proof to support the theory. As a result, we do live out milk and honey. Best to be safe. Sure. Feed them so nothing bad happens. Can you tell me anything about Walter Blake? Because we need to gain access to him, but he's obviously in the private residence, so we can't just barge in there and get to him. Am I to believe there is a young Master Blake? It is not my place to discuss the Blake family, Mr. Ward, but Marquess Blake does have a son, yes. You can address any further question about him to the Marquess himself. Well, one last question before it's time. I guess we've not really been asking anyone about Carmela, the woman who's gonna run the seance. So what can you tell me about her? Have you met Miss Montovani? Insofar as business demands, of course. We're very lucky Miss Montovani agreed to host the event. Of course, for that sum of money, I do not see how she could refuse. Forgive me. Okay, it's like, wow, she gets so much money. Well, it's 11 now.
Thank you.
Certainly.
We didn't learn too much other than the fact that he wasn't at the game and maybe the housekeeper could give him an alibi, but we'll see if we can find them and see what they say. Yes, the talk is in the drawing room. Now everyone has moved, so I'm also hoping that this hour will start bringing more opportunity for us to talk to different people I have not been able to meet so far. Of course, there's an opposite choice to make, that while the people are away at the talks, you can spend the time sneaking up to their rooms and enter them. Like, we still have the key, we could enter Miss Quinn's room. Okay, well, let's check out this talk. Plenty of people here.
Welcome all of you to my home. I am Jonathan Blake, the Marquess of Doon, Lord of this manor, and all the land that can be seen from it.
It might be useful to learn about extra things about it.
I've been asked to speak with you about the house and its history, which dates back to 1652.
So we can listen for 31 minutes. That still then leaves us with half the hour, which the people will be here in this room, and we can talk to them, or yeah, we can go to one of the rooms, stuff like that. So right now I do want to sort of participate in various things that are going on in the manor and see what we can learn from them.
My ancestor, Edward Blake, was granted this land in the winter of 1651. The following summer, work began on the castle that, in turn, became this manor. The building has been expanded many times over since then, and you would be hard-pressed to tell the original building and the additions apart. But the main compound is roughly expanded to 5 times its original size. This is not counting the basement, which was added in the late 1700s.
Yes, we really want to go in the basement, because clearly that's where there's gonna be some secrets from the staff.
Of course, the Great Famine was hard on much of Ireland, and we were no exception. Those were hard years on the land and our family. My father sold much of the estate and made some daring investments across Europe. They did not pay off.
I mean, they did have to turn the place into a hotel, so I assume they needed money.
And so, when I was of age and title, I turned the manor into a hotel. What remains of the land is still farmed or forested, of course. You, sir, a question.
Thank you, Marquess. Not to turn things gruesome, but is it true what they say about the walled-up rooms?
Ooh, walled-up room secrets. Probably dead bodies. He's like, no, not those essential questions.
Spending too much time digging around in our library, eh, Mr. Skerritt? Certainly, it is rumored that Percival Blake bricked away 2 young lovers for angering him.
Okay, well, I do have a book about him, but I was sort of ignoring it until I understood the importance.
Set across from one another, so they could hear each other's final days.
Well, they'll need to find those rooms then.
That said, no such chambers were found, nor records of work being done that matched the timing.
Well, I don't think you would put it on the books. Be like, the time I put people in the walls, 10 pounds.
It is true that a young couple did indeed vanish with no record, but that wasn't uncommon for that era. Over the years, some staff, and yes, even guests, have reported hearing sobs from a young woman in the east of the manor. But given the lack of evidence, these are likely flights of fancy. As such, we continue to display a portrait of Percival Blake. That said, I did have it moved from the main halls on the staff's request. Now it is in one of the towers, though I can't recall which.
Yeah, we've seen it in the tower as well.
Thank you, Marquis. Any more tragic deaths to share?
She's just right out with it.
All death is tragic, Mrs. Darcy. I'm not sure this place has any more tragedy than any other family in this land.
Then why all the ghost stories? I don't think we all gathered here for no reason.
That's perhaps a better question for Miss Montovani. No more questions? Okay. Let us conclude then. Thank you all for your time.
Okay, some useful things, more potential for ghosts.
I shall take my leave. But I hope you enjoy the rest of your stay here at Blake Manor.
Okay, so he's proper left the room, so we can't talk to him. But we have some other people here we've not met before. The priest, Father Sinnott, is here, so we've not spoken to him before. There is Dr. Callaghan, and there's Mr. Skerritt. So let's get on with talking to them all then. Hello, Father Sinnott. Let's analyze you first. Unusual cross. His resurrectix looks different to any I've seen. Deathly pallor. He does not look well. Well, I mean, he's clearly aged. Scarring. His scarring looks as if he's seen some sort of combat. Strange Bible. A Bible, but not one I recognize. Okay, that's all our observations. Okay, well, let's talk to him. See what he can learn.
Hello, Father. My name is Declan Ward. I've only just arrived.
Okay, he's not very talkative.
I just wanted to say hello.
Very good. You want my name? Of course. Father Lorcan Sinnott.
Good to meet you, Father.
I am sure.
I'm surprised to see a Catholic priest at a séance.
Is that so? Worried for my eternal soul, are you? That I should attend something so blasphemous? Worry not, dear child. The Church keeps an eye on all such things. It is good for us to know what secrets these events uncover, what secrets these old houses hold.
Okay, so he's here on official business of keeping track of things. And what can we talk about with you? Well, of course, we can talk about him as a person, and then various things. We can also ask him about an exorcism, so I wonder whether we have different options of how to do the exorcism. Do you know much about exorcism? I am a man of God. Of course, I know how to expel the devil and all his agents. But before you ask me to do one, not that one would suffice for this forsaken place. They require permission and great effort. I have never put much stock in the former, but I have no time for the latter. So assuming you are on some form of mission from God, you would need to find another accomplice. I suggest you find somebody well outside the reach of the Irish Catholic Church. Okay, so he's not gonna do it. It's only Mr. Dupre that can help. Do you know Evelyn Deane? I know you arrived after she's disappeared, but, you know, maybe he knows something about her. Have you talked with Miss Deane recently? Not at all. She's one of the guests I have not yet met. But everyone else seems to have their little histories with her. Yes, they certainly do. So, any more thoughts on the seance? If you don't mind me asking, Father, what has you at an event like this one? If I was to tell you, child, you could not believe me. The truths I bring are too vast for the minds of most. There's more to be done here than speaking with a memory from history. Such pointless pursuits stop us from the true freedom, true ascension. And now I see I have already lost you. Okay, he's being mysterious. So what's with your Bible? I don't recognize your Bible, Father. What translation is this? It is an uncommon translation I picked up on my travels. What is the focus of your edition? Its focus? For those with the eyes to see, it shows all. I would not think too hard about it. Okay, so it's some sort of mystical version that he's a priest, but he's also into the very supernatural, maybe. Why is your cross different then? Your cross, Father? It has an extra element, the circle behind it. What is the meaning, if I might ask? You might. It depicts the everlasting life of the immortal soul and represents my own personal flavor of beliefs. He's definitely got some personal twists on things. Have you been having any strange dreams? I have. On my first night here, I saw an angel flying towards the sun, but never reaching it. I could not see its face, but somehow I knew it to be weeping. Others who have been here for longer confided their own uneasy nights since coming to this place. Long corridors, sigil-bound entryways, and feelings of being trapped. A great sorrow is contained here, I think. Centuries of pain. If only it could be released. Okay, so he knows of others who had the strange dreams, but he won't tell us the names. Where'd you get those scars? Forgive my prying, Father, but you look as though you've been through the wars. Ah, my scars. Yes, I was a missionary in my youth. Foolish enough to think I could bring enlightenment to the masses through word instead of deed. And you are exotic? Many places, Mr. Ward, but do not be so arrogant as to think it's only the darkest parts of the map that need their eyes opened. It is as hard to save a soul here in Ireland as anywhere else. Further away from the dark does not mean closer to the light. Well, so far nothing too revealing, so
I'll take my leave, Father.
I will leave that here
God, my child.
with him, so I still have time to talk to the other people. Dr. Callaghan, let's analyze you first. You also have the same kind of cross. Celtic cross type in, a cross in the Celtic style, a sign of his faith mingled with one of his heritage. Raw hands. His hands are red, raw, with a subtle but unmistakable smell of a modern doctor's office. And touching bunch of chemicals. Is this before or after they've realized that people have germs and you have to disinfect your hands? Let's talk.
Ah, a new face. You're a little late, but you haven't missed the main event at least. Who might you be?
My name is Declan Ward. Pleased to meet you, Mr...
Doctor, as it happens. Dr. Ruari Callaghan. Very pleased to meet you too. And yes, before you ask, I am related to Fiadh Callaghan, her nephew and apprentice. But I've taken what she's taught me and improved it through the application of science. And this weekend, I will prove the value of my approach, once and for all.
So he's a doctor, but also into the supernatural. Do you know Evelyn? Have you met Miss Deane? I know her, yes. She's a gifted practitioner by all accounts, but she's a bit full of herself, don't you think? I think she could stand to be taken down a peg or two. Okay, he does not like her. So what are your thoughts on the seance? I can't help but wonder what a man of science such as yourself would want from an event like this. Not that long ago, people mistook chemistry for magic. The same with medicine. Just because we don't fully understand what magic is, or what goes through the art, does not make them unscientific. If this event can do what they claim it will, it could be a massive breakthrough. Or it might be a disaster and unravel the fabric of reality. Either way, I should be here, whichever way it goes, okay? He's like, whatever, we might all die. At least I get to see it. Do you have strange dreams? I have strangest dreams staying here. You as well? My aunt and I have found we're having overlapping thoughts from our dreams. And such strange symbols too, stuff we're not encountered before. But if we both draw the patterns without describing them to one another, they match. Were you walking down the corridor? Sealed doors and improbable windows? I didn't recall anything like that before. But now that you've said it, I do. It's the seance, of course. I always end up there. Or maybe it's the house itself. Either way, it's fascinating and I intend to find out more. A second person experiencing not just odd dreams, but specifically variations on the same dream. One more would confirm my theory. Well, we know that his aunt, then Fiadh, is also having those dreams, so we just need to speak to her directly to add her to the list, and then we can do the theory about the dreams. Do you have anything to say about the bridge game? I heard there was a bridge game the other evening. Did you play? I did. Miss Darcy dragged me in on my own suggestion. Mr. Skerritt was meant to play, but he was preoccupied in the library and left them down a player on short notice. Did many attend? Enough for 2 tables. Miss Barbosa, Miss Quinn, and Miss Loud were there. Marquess Blake joined us too, as did Mr. Coventry. Well, I think that's enough for now with you, until I have more reason to speak to you. Because I am mindful of the fact that for once I've used up most of the hour in one go. There's a spirit camera. A camera with a strange attachment on the front with an engraving that says Spirit Lens. Are we gonna taking pictures of ghosts? Like one of my favorite games, Fatal Frame, where you take pictures of ghosts. Okay, but that added some things to our board. Okay, so the priest has not met Miss Deane, which matches with one of the culprits' facts that they have not met Miss Deane. But he knew Miss Deane, and therefore he is in theory eliminated because the person's not supposed to know her. But this is just like temporary markings. We can always change our mind later. Okay, so we can now ask him about the camera.
Mr. Ward.
It's the spirit camera. I've seen one of those before at a fair. A camera, I believe. A good eye, Mr. Ward, and only partially wrong. It's a camera, yes, but one modified to work as a spirit camera. Well, I modified it to work better as one. Any camera in the right circumstance can capture a spirit, of course. But my lens filters the image through complex geometry made of peridot, selenite, black tourmaline, labradorite, lapis lazuli, and clear quartz stones to both bring out the spirit and protect against it. I thought, what better place to really put this device to test than here? There's halls, and dare I say, the people here, they're likely crawling with spirits. I even set up a dark room in my quarters so I can quickly develop images. This way people can take away a copy should they wish. Would you care for a picture? See who or what haunts you? Well, you should take a picture of Miss Darcy over there, see if her husband's with her. 15 minutes! Oh, I guess pictures took ages back in the day, so not now. Thank you very much, because I still have people to talk to. Of course, it's not for everybody. You know where I am, should you change your mind. Okay.
I have to be on my way.
Be well, Mr. Ward.
Let's speak to Mr. Skerritt as well, or, well, analyze him first. He's got a pin of some sort, mysterious crest of necktie. He's wearing a crest pin to his necktie, but I don't recognize it. Well, we can ask. Ornamental cane. He's not leaning on it. It's just for show. Is it a matter of fashion, or does he have it for some other reason, like whacking people? Cigar stains. There's a strong smell of cigars on the man's breath, and his mustache is stained with them. Okay. Is that going to be something we need to pay attention to? Well, let's talk.
Terrible weather out, eh?
Yep, looks pretty foggy out there.
Really ruined my morning walk. Still, we're safe enough from it in here. Where are my manners? I'm Michael Skerritt, over from London. And you mark my words, young man, that's a name everyone will remember by the end of this event.
Ooh, what's your plan?
Declan Ward. The pleasure is mine.
Let's talk then. Do you know Miss Deane? Knew her? Yes, I know her. Our paths have become intertwined, Mr. Ward. I shan't say another word on the matter. I already said too much. Okay, so they knew each other. That's enough for us to make that initial determination of possibly not him. What are your thoughts on the seance? It's a remarkable idea, isn't it? Not just to commune indirectly with a ghost, as many have, but to compel it to answer directly itself. Think of what we will learn. All the questions about the afterlife answered. Of course, they'd get further no doubt with a willing participant, but it all depends on what spirits are in the area when the ritual happens. I'm sure there is no end to the things fettered to this place, after all. Well, let's ask him about this crest, then. May I ask what the crest on your necktie represents? Aha! I would love to, Mr. Ward, but I would rather defeat its purpose. Okay, it's like a secret thing for only people on the inside know what it means, and that's how they recognize each other. I'm afraid I must leave you in the dark. Okay, fine, be like that. Where were you during the bridge game? Were you at the bridge game on Tuesday night? Oh, I don't think so. On Tuesday, no. I was relaxing fireside in the library. Yes, that's what they said as well. But did anyone see you? What's your alibi? You having any strange dreams? I found I've had the strangest dreams since coming here. Have you noticed anything of the sort? The strangest thing is that I can walk properly in them. Well, I think you can walk properly either way, apparently. But yes, I do dream that I'm walking this passageway, seeking, well, what am I seeking doesn't matter to you. But there are doors, magical doors. I cannot figure out how to pass them, so I'm trapped until I wake, which feels as if it takes time I do not have. I mean, they're not that hard to solve. I am sure now that there is a shared dream being experienced here. But what is it trying to convey, and how can I find out? Yeah, we didn't even have to find Fiadh because that was enough. If only there were a way I could revisit and explore the dream itself. Well, go to bed, surely. Well, I think that's enough for now with this guy.
Good day.
So yeah, the dream mystery. So it just says find a way to revisit the dream. But I guess we need to wait until the end of the day for that so that we can go to sleep and revisit it. Okay, we've got 5 minutes to the end of the hour. This one went by quickly because we've spent 30 minutes on a talk. So we have options for the library. I'm also waiting for Miss Quinn to leave her room so that I can use my key and access it. See if she's got any horrible secrets in her room. Okay, no one is in there now. Can't hear anything. No one's inside, which means we can enter. We haven't yet met Miss Quinn, but that doesn't stop us from snooping. Then we're ready for meeting her while we already know all her secrets. Okay, we've got a journal immediately in this chest of drawers. What are those dreams trying to tell me? That I am close to my goal? The answer feels so near. Down the next corridor, behind the next sigil. I must keep searching. Maybe what I seek is at the seance. Maybe that is the dream's message. Okay, so she's also having weird dreams, but we don't need any more of that. She's left her tea in her cup. She didn't even drink it. We've got poetry and we've got drawings. Some drawings. I'm not sure of what. Perhaps she could stick to her poetry. Are you saying she's bad at drawing? Well, so one thing we have to be careful about is that when the hour changes, she might return to the room. And so we might want to not be inside of it. We have a random book in the nightstand. We have photos. So the drawings seem to be of like mother and child, and the photos are also of like mother and a child. I know, I thought the woman was holding a baby, but no, she's just sitting. A collection of mementos of deceased family members. Okay, well, she might be here because she's trying to get in touch with her dead loved ones. We've got a vanity box. More photos of the dead ones, or more photos of dead people, a locket. We've got more pictures, a brooch with hair, I think, which also I think typically it would have been a memento of a dead person. So she seems very much into communicating with the dead. Okay, well, let's look at the grimoires. Most of them printed. One is in Miss Quinn's hand, and all of them annotated and nearly worn out at the spine. It seems they've been used quite extensively over the years, and the handwritten one seems to be the product of enormous time and effort. Now, I wanna look more at those pictures and mementos, but I'm gonna go outside and wait for a minute so that in case she returns to her room, I'm not in trouble. Okay, so it's 12 now, and let's see if she's in there or not. She's not, so we can enter and we can finish snooping. So yeah, she's got lots of photos of dead people. More photographs to memorialize the dead. And locket. A locket with 2 names etched into the framing, Alma and Julia. There's a photograph in either side, each of a young girl. They look quite a lot like Miss Quinn. I suppose they would be her siblings. Do we know? I mean, I guess we've seen her once that morning when we saw everyone. But we haven't spoken to her yet. A brooch containing a lock of hair. The back says Alexander Quinn, 1865, 1896. Okay, so recently deceased. And even more pictures. This is the Quinn family seems to have a lot of recently dead. It is a wonder there are any of them left at all. Yes, she's got a lot of those things. Also, yes, it was a thing back in the day to take pictures of the dead people and then keep them, which, yeah, it seems quite grim, but at the time, obviously, pictures were not something that was easy to get, so you wouldn't have maybe pictures of them while they were alive, so that would be the only time that you would have done that. Okay, well, now that we're in a new hour, it is also time to just run through the manor, see if new people have appeared in places we have access to so that we can speak to them. Oh, there's someone downstairs having a conversation we could eavesdrop on. Sure.
What do you make of this then, sir?
I was rather hoping you might be able to tell me.
So Mrs. Joyce is the housekeeper and Mr. Coventry is one of the guests.
I've not the faintest. But I noticed that it's finally gone down.
Has it now?
Aye, sir. It's been climbing all week, but finally went the other way this morning.
Oh, they're talking about the device, right? Because I've dropped it now twice by convincing people not to go.
How odd. I wonder what caused that.
People are noticing the fact that this change is happening. But that means, yes, they are both here now, so I can actually take the opportunity to speak to them and meet them. So let's analyze Mr. Coventry. He is the man in front whose room the Evelyn Deane locket was, so he might be an interesting character to talk to. See what he knows. Stained hands. His hands are stained, but with something I cannot tell what. And dusty clothes. Either he's recently been moving around in old spaces, or he has not cleaned his suit in a while. Is he snooping? Everyone here is snooping. I'm snooping. Evelyn was snooping. Okay, let's speak, Mr. Coventry.
Ah, good day. I don't believe we've met. My name is Simon Coventry. I'm a jeweller from London. Who might you be?
Okay, well, that might at least give some potential explanation for him having the locket, like she could have asked for him to fix it, or he was bringing it for her, right, if he's a jeweler.
Declan Ward, sir. Pleased to meet you.
No, very pleased to meet you, I'm sure. This is my first séance, and I must say that everyone is so very interesting.
Okay, he's a newbie on the scene, and he's like, oh, so fun, all the people.
Well, I hope not to disappoint.
I'm sure you won't, dear boy. Now, can I help you?
Just call me a boy. I'm a grown man. Let's talk about Evelyn, of course. Do you know her? Not really, no. Every time I see her, she's exhausted from her day. I suppose it's an important event for her. Even though I don't know the woman, I can tell that she's a big fish in this pond. Okay, he did not know her, so he stays on the list of suspects. Although if he's new to the scene, he might have less reason to, like, mess with her. I'm sure she'll find time for me by the time all of this is over. What are your thoughts on the séance? Do you just happen to be visiting, or are you here for the grand séance? Well, it's a beautiful place. I'm not visiting just for the scenery, which is probably for the best considering this weather. No, if this séance will really lower the veil, as they say it will, there is someone on the other side I should like to speak with just once more. I see. God, what I would give to hear my Lillian again. And well, his wife has passed away. What I have given. Yeah, he's probably been spending all of his money on trying to contact her then. Can you tell me about this locket then? Did she give it to you? Did you take it? What was she doing by your room? This is a strange one, Mr. Coventry, but I found that dropped locket in the southwest corridor, which I believe you are staying in. Oh, why, that belonged to my dear wife, from before we married. Dabney she was. Elaine Dabney. Okay, so not Evelyn Deane. I'm here hoping to speak with her, you see. I'm told something personal can help anchor the ghost. I must have dropped it. Thank you, Mr. Ward. Okay, so nothing to do with our case unless he's lying. What else then? We don't need to ask about the dreams anymore because we have enough. We just need to have a strange dream again in order to explore that further. Oh yes, because he said my Lillian, but then he said Elaine Dabney was his wife's name. So did he have two wives? Is he lying? So I was like, yeah, what? Sorry, what was your wife's name again? Lillian Coventry Smith before we married. That's a third name now. Oh, you told me her name was Elaine Dabney. Ah, well, that was my first wife. A man my age has history, you see. Okay, he's claiming multiple wives now. So, what's on your hands then? Your hands, sir? Are they stained? Ah, so they are. My apologies, I must admit, I took some work with me. I was working on some pieces in my room before I stepped out. I should have done a better job cleaning up after myself. And why are you dusty? You have some dust on your suit, sir. Ah, so I do. How did that get there? Perhaps the housekeeper is not so fastidious as she should be, eh? Well, he's not saying anything. This is exactly why I'm always like, oh, I should just go snooping. Talking to people just never helps with anything. Well, what about the time of the bridge game? Where were you? I heard there was a game of bridge the other night. There was. I had to dust off my skills a bit, but it was a fun little game altogether. May I ask who played? I may try to round up a game myself, so it would be good to know who plays. Ah yes, well, myself, Miss Callaghan, Miss Darcy, Miss Barbosa, Miss Quinn, and Mrs. Lau were there. The Marquez Blake joined too. Oh, and the doctor stepped in for, I want to say, Mr. Skerritt, who dropped out for some reason the last moment. Okay, well, they all seem to align, but okay, I got nothing more.
And to you.
For you right now, other than you either had multiple wives or you're lying to me. And Mrs. Joyce, the housekeeper. He was just being like, the housekeeper doesn't clean very well while she's standing here. She's got the St. Bridget cross of St. Bridget. A cross of St. Bridget, one of the Irish patron saints. She's smirking, knowing smile. I have the impression she knows more about those around her than they would like. And that's all the observations. Okay? Well, let's talk. Let's talk
Hello.
about
Declan Ward, miss.
what you know.
Pleased to meet you.
Oh, God bless you, sir. It isn't often someone introduces themselves to the help. Caitlin Joyce, I'm the housekeeper here. If there's anything you need, just come right to me.
Oh, well, thank you, Mrs. Joyce. I'll try not to be a bother.
Nonsense, Lord knows. We could use someone normal at this damnable seance. Why the Marquess saw fit to risk our immortal souls bringing that Satanism here is beyond me. Why, I've half a mind to...
Okay, so she very much does not agree with this.
Oh, don't mind me, sir. Just getting crotchety in my old age.
Okay, well, let's talk about Evelyn. I assume you didn't know her, but can you tell me anything about her? Have you spoken to Miss Deane? Me? Oh, well, I don't know her, of course. It's her first time coming to the hotel. But she seems like such a sweet girl. It's a sin we've allowed her to be at this Adgaldi thing. She's just a good girl who fell in with the wrong crowd, sir. Make my words. I've got a smell for those things. I mean, she seemed like she was fully in with those things and doing dealings with various people. A little quiet time with God is all she needs. Maybe that would make her think twice about going to Mr. Coventry's room every other day. Can you tell me about the locker key? Where is the locker room? I would like to find it and open the thing. It looks like someone dropped this key in the hedge maze, Mrs. Joyce. Might you know what it's for? That looks like one of the keys for the bathhouse lockers. Best you put it back where you found it. Someone will need that. Well, the bathhouse is apparently closed for the season, so how do we get in there? Do you know anything about Doyle and his habits? I hesitate to ask, but would you mind keeping an eye on Mr. Doyle? I fear he might have taken to self-medicating. Oh, don't worry, sir. I'll set him straight. He's a good boy at heart, I promise you. Just needs a little guidance. At least he has Father Sinnott to help him along. Always together recently, them two. I'm sure it'll do Seamus some good. Okay? Or are they plotting something together? Can you tell me about Jonathan Blake? How do you find working for Marquess Blake? Oh, sir, I'd like it a lot better if he hadn't decided to host his wretched seance. I know he misses his wife, but this just doesn't seem like the right way to honor her memory. And can you tell me about Walter Blake? Am I correct thinking that Marquess has a son? Yes, sir, but he's a quiet boy. Keeps to his room when there's guests in the manor. Been that way since the accident. Probably the same before. But that was a while back, and he was younger then. I assume he was hiding then too, just in his mother's petticoat. I don't really recall. He missed her something awful, the poor lad. But he's a sweet boy. Sometimes you forget he's the young master and not family of your own. And what are you smirking about then? I have the impression, Mrs. Joyce, that little gets past you around here. Oh, no more than any housekeeper, sir. We get all sorts of little insights into the guests, you know. Yeah, but give me some dirt then.
I'll be off.
Okay.
Mrs. Joyce.
I guess that's enough for now.
God bless you, sir.
We've met her. Anyone else hanging about that I can talk to, get some secrets from? There are some boots in the cloakroom. Boots for use by the guests. They're average sized boots, larger ones and smaller ones.
I should close the mystery of who fought with Miss Deane. If I can form a hypothesis, I will learn something useful for my investigation.
Yeah, sure. I do realize that, but I need to therefore figure out more details about the fight. Oh, I guess I can ask the housekeeper about whether Mr. Varley was actually with her during the time of the fight while she stood here. Oh.
Mrs.
Now they're
Joyce,
talking.
do you have the master key for the southeast corridor?
Oh no, Mr. Varley. I only had the atrium master key with me today. I can fetch it for you. It's only on the room cart in the supply closet.
Thank you. Now, one of the guests has lost her key, and I was hoping I could use this to get her back in.
Might Mr. Hunter have it?
No, I was just out in the stables. He has the northwest corridor locked away in a safe there.
Important information. The west corridor key is locked in the stables. But how we get into the safe, I don't know yet.
I don't suppose Mr. Doyle had it.
Mr. Doyle's key privileges have been revoked.
Yeah, he's in trouble.
Oh, I forgot he locked the southwest key in the basement storage. Has he not gotten that out yet?
No, he claims he can't find a way through, but I'm telling you what I told Mr. Hunter. Do not do it for him.
Okay, the keys are all over the place.
That is not all. The fool also lost the northeast corridor master in one of the unassigned rooms.
Ooh.
What? What in the heavens was he doing in there?
Suspicious things.
I do not know, but I doubt it was cleaning. When you have time, perhaps you would see if you can find it and clean up anything he's done.
Oh, Mr. Varley, I've had it up to here with that boy. I'll get to it as soon as I'm done with my morning chores.
I appreciate that. I would also appreciate some decorum with Miss Montovani. She's the Marquess' guest and the host of this seance, which you know is important to the future of this manor.
Oh yes, because she's so godly and all that. She probably put the Bible quote on the door.
Once this whole business is done, she and the rest of the guests will be moving on. It is only a few days' decency, Mrs. Joyce.
Okay, so we get, yes, a few things from here. There are various master keys in various places that we can or cannot access. The unassigned rooms may be an interesting one, and we have to get to that before she finishes her chores and starts going in those rooms. The one is in the basement storage, which we can't access until the delivery time, I think. That's the next day, tomorrow. And one is somewhere else. The southeast corridor is missing. I think that's the one I have. The atrium key is in the supply closet. The northeast is in the unassigned rooms. And the southwest is in the basement. And the northwest is in the stables. Okay, we should be paying attention to that and see if we can recover those keys for our own use. So we have room 21 is unassigned. Room 7 is unassigned. And room 2 is on the side. Well, I assume if he was going into those rooms and doing stuff, then one of them must be open, right? But I still first want to ask her about Mr. Varley's alibi.
Hello.
Yes, the statement from Mr. Varley. Mr. Varley mentioned he was in a staff meeting during the bridge game. Well, yes, sir. I was there too. Better than serving drinks to blasphemers. Okay, she confirms the statement.
I'll be off, Mrs. Joyce.
God bless you, sir.
Or they're all plotting together. They're off to the empty rooms then. So we've got room 7 here. Let's listen. Can't hear anything. It's not locked. They must leave. Unused bedrooms open. Okay, so they may all be open. Of course, I skipped investigating all of the other empty rooms because I immediately found where Mrs. Deane's room was, because that was when we were supposed to maybe look at those rooms as well. But yes, let's see if we can find anything here. There are some loose floorboards immediately. Oh, recently replaced and very secure as a result. Okay, so they're not loose. They're secured. But maybe we can find a tool later to help with that. And there's something under the bed. There we go. A key and a loose floorboard. What's this? A key? Yeah, northeast corridor key. Master key to all the bedrooms in the northeast corridor for use by the staff. One of the floorboards is coming up here, but it's still secure. And something by the bed leg. Looks like it's been a while since this bed was moved. Okay, so no one's doing anything under there. I've got the key now, which means I can do the northeast corridor, which is Father Sinnott's room, Miss Callaghan's room, Dr. Callaghan's room, and Mr. Dupre's room. Okay, well, let's see if they're in their rooms, and if they're not, time to start snooping. Listen to Father Sinnott's bedroom. Okay, there's someone on the other side, so he's gone back to his room. We can't snoop. Oh, we have also Miss Hisham's room that's available to us. Is she there? Okay, there is someone on the other side, so no going in there either right now. Room 11, Mr. Dupre. Can't hear anything. Okay, it's empty, so we can enter. Oh, you've got here, Mr. Dupre, some documents. Mr. Dupre's travel papers from the United States. That's it. Okay. He's got a ticket, luggage ticket for Bay 46. There's a symbol scrolled on the back, a sigil, like the ones from my dream. Oh, maybe finally we can open that luggage. Is that it? Is that a match? But then he also knows about using sigils to seal things. Yes, trunk in Bay 46. Okay, well, we're gonna be going there once I've checked out his room. More notes. An exchange between Miss Montovani and Mr. Dupre arranging a meeting for this weekend to discuss funeral rites. The meeting is scheduled for 6 p.m. in the drawing room after Miss Montovani's talk, which is at 5 p.m. Perhaps I could listen in? Perhaps I could. That goes into our schedule. He's also got some drawings. These drawings, they look like Evelyn Deane. Specifically of Evelyn. Interesting. Various books. He's got shoes. Do I need to be like checking people's shoes, or I'm specifically looking for boots? Medium-sized shoes. Okay, so I assume it would also translate to medium-sized boots. He's got his schedule here, schedule for this weekend. I have noted his movements in my timetable. Okay, apparently he's off in the garden now. He's either in the drawing room or in the garden, quite a lot of it seems. Okay. He's got a statuette. Creepy. A beautiful statuette that seems to represent death in some way or another. The words Maman Brigitte are engraved in delicate lettering on her necklace. Yes, that's what he mentioned the tattoo was related to and all that. And he has a journal too. How is this possible? It's uncanny. I assume also having weird dreams because of the symbol. Evelyn Deane is the spitting image of my dearly departed friend. I thought her a ghost at first. Oh, interesting. It cannot be a coincidence, us meeting here like this. I'm being asked to know, compelled to act upon this message that cannot be allowed to happen. I'll write of it no more. I cannot dwell, cannot feel the urge. The urge? What is happening to you, Mr. Dupre? Okay, he's also suspicious then. Night after night I see this, but why? Yes, weird dreams. It's the same image from my dream. Yes, we don't need more dream right now, but yes, he has also got some suspicious stuff going on now. Oh, we've got an urn here. His friend. A new urn filled with ashes. Mr. Dupre must have lost somebody recently. Just taking his friend on a trip to Ireland. Okay, well, I think that's all in the room. That has added more things to his mystery. And yes, we can now go snoop on his luggage, since we should have the information of what sigil we're drawing now to open it. Okay, well, let's see what's he got in his luggage. Yes, there was a sigil on the back of his ticket, and there's a matching grid here. So let's see what he got. Doesn't look very full. There's a letter and a Ouija board. Where is she? Did I lose her on arrival? Because this is where she wanted to be laid to rest. Spectres have such a strong presence in this place. I find it hard to think anyone finds rest here. But I've searched every flame, every fireplace, lamp even. Still no sign of her. Okay, so he was carrying a ghost with him as well. Even the fire pit outside, I felt something there, but no sign of her. But I will keep searching. I will find you, dear friend. I refuse to give up until I'm sure. The fire pit, what did he experience there? And yes, there is spirit board. We can use it. It's a spirit board. Is Mr. Dupre trying to communicate with a ghost? Oh, apparently we just took it. Okay. Now we can talk to Ghost ourselves. Apparently we can talk to him about the fact that we stole his thing. But I guess we may want to question Mr. Dupre a little bit about his reasons for being here then. What is he doing? Do we know where he is? Yes, he's in the garden. Actually, before I do that, because he's gonna be still in the garden for a while, I should go check the other rooms that I now have the key for to see if they're empty, so I don't miss the opportunity. So we've got Dr. Callaghan. Okay, no one's in there, so let's get in. Whoa, we've got... He's got the pictures he's been taking. Oh, he's been taking pictures of some ghosts as well. And of Miss Deane. Okay, well, let's have a look. Yeah, we've seen that ghost in the corridor once or twice. So yes, Mary as in Mary Blake, the Marquess' deceased wife. She's haunting the place. Miss MacLeod. I can see she's not shadowed by anything here. She looks a little lost without Mrs. Lau by her side. We have not met her yet really, so who are we to say about them? This must be the church at the back of the grounds. Yep, we can't go there till tomorrow. This is Evelyn Deane, right? Another photo of Miss Evelyn Deane. She looks more haunted than in the other picture I have. I wonder why. But this confirms to me that the doctor took the photograph I now have. Did he send it to me then? Or was it taken from his room? I don't know, does he look rich enough to be giving people £500? And that's Mr. O'Meara. This image of Mr. O'Meara did not come out so well. Or it's a ghost haunting him, you know? Wasn't that what the pictures were all about? Capturing spirits? Okay, it's it's a tray for developing things, so probably don't need to be inspecting that specifically. That's just stationary, so nothing gonna be written on it. Medium size brown boots, so Mr. Callaghan could be the one in the garden too. There's a record and there's something under it. A gramophone record and a note. Note to self. Request gramophone to room so I can attempt to use this music to re-enter the dream and find out what is going on here. Okay, he also wants to get back in the dream. He seems to be trying to revisit the dreams too. I should take this and try find out more about what the doctor meant. And that's how I can try and get in the dream without it being nighttime. There's correspondence on the topic of the occult and its place inside of the scientific studies. No spicy things in the letters. That's just a random book. A folder. These look like medical records maybe, but they're masked by a sigil. Well, this one's drawn, so I can just do it. Oh, so what he got in his medical records. Dr. Callaghan's case files. It contains his notes on Miss Montovani. According to this, she does not have long to live. Irregular heart rate, the onset of organ failure, a weakness of the blood. He's not sure what is causing it, but seems to believe that wouldn't help her anyway in this late stage. All he can do is minimize her pain in her final days. Okay, interesting. So she's dying, and as her final act, she's looking to do this giant ritual where supposedly she opens the door to the underworld. Notes on the event. It seems the doctor is preparing a research paper on the events of this weekend, but no details for us. Okay, so that's the doctor's room. Some tidbits of information there, but nothing so great as we've seen in some other people's rooms. And there's Miss Callaghan's bedroom. Can't hear anything. Okay, so let's get in to her room as well. We've not met her yet, but we can snoop ahead, see if she got anything spicy too. Small shoots. Okay, so she's not the one with big boots outside or medium boots outside. Journals. I bet the wee Jackin has reached out to Ruari too. I won't let her take him. I won't, whatever the price. Jackin, whoever she means, is from Dublin, and she does feel kindly towards them. Okay. A letter for Fiadh Callaghan from her sister-in-law. Instructions to allow no harm to come to her boy, Dr. Callaghan, I assume. And that she wants something worse than a few white streaks to happen to her hair. She seems concerned that her son is wasting his time and risking his life with this mystical path. From reading this, it seems he is an acclaimed and respected doctor with the potential of quite a lucrative life ahead of him, if only he would focus on it. Okay, but he's just running around doing mystic things instead of only being a doctor. Scrying schedule. It looks to be a hasty schedule of sorts. His title, Weekends While Scrying. Sunday 11 Carmela, Sunday 14 Lloyd, Saturday 18 has Corentine. There's also a note. Make sure everyone has directions for the hedge maze. Okay, they're gonna be doing stuff at the well. In the hedge maze. I don't think I've seen a well, so must have missed it between all of the spooky things that were going on in the maze. Oh, he's got something in the bin. There's something torn up inside. Okay, we can reconstruct the leather. It looks like the scraps are from a torn up leather. Yep, goes. We can put it back together so that we can read it. That looks correct. It's a letter from Evelyn Deane asking Fiadh to teach her Irish magical tradition. It seems Miss Deane recently became aware of her own heritage, which spawned a want to study under Fiadh. It seems Miss Callaghan's reaction was to angrily tear up the letter and throw it away, but only after scrawling Jackin on it. Jackin? Was it Miss Deane that Fiadh was threatening in her note? Might she actually have done something to protect Dr. Callaghan from her? Okay, so the aunts and her sister, the mother of the doctor, are worried that the doctor is just taking too much interest in Evelyn Deane headache salve. She's got headaches. The label says, until your headaches pass on. Okay, so that's from the doctor, but it's unused, so she's not using it. Okay. Oh, there's something in the nightstand. Research notes. It seems like Miss Callaghan is making notes on the other guests. Erickson, a fraud, and poor one at that. Barbossa. The poor lamb is lost here. There's no trace of actual magic of her. Okay, so we also know that Barbossa is not magical. I figure none of the staff would have any Dreyukt, but Hunter has training. Okay, so Hunter, the groundsman, might have some magic-related training, and there's a journal of hers. I hear more people have had those strange dreams. They all start innocent enough. In the manor, lots of out-of-place doors, seeing those spirals and urge to attend the seance, then become deeper over time. The staff, those I get anything from, their dreams have moved on from the seance. They have darker messages, frustration, a longing to leave. Trapped animals. Stranger still, they seem to be experiencing one another's dreams, like a big stew pot of experiences all mixed together. How is that? Ruari is planning some newfangled investigation. I'll leave it to him. I need to stay focused on the well. Yeah, so the well stuff is like another thing we might be wanting to go see, but it's not happening until tomorrow. Well, so I guess we can ask Mr. Dupre about his the spirit friend, but also we've got more information about the doctor and some information about maybe potentially being able to use the record to enter our dreams again. I wonder if we can actually use the record to go in a dream then, and how much time is it going to cost us? Are we just going to fall asleep for the rest of the day? It's peaceful. I can feel my eyelids getting heavy. I need more information before I try this. Okay, so we can't just use it. We probably have to get an understanding from Ruari or other people on how to use it. Okay, well, we've got a little bit more in this hour, so let's seek out Mr. Dupre and see about his ghostly friend that apparently is no longer with him. Okay, him and Miss Barbosa are talking. We can eavesdrop. Totally not, gonna see us doing it, but let's do it.
I'm glad to be outside again. That house? The air is heavy in there.
Likely the spirits.
Yes, I know. I'm not used to being near so many.
Well, it is the sort of place where they would be common.
They are more than common here. What has happened in this house?
Lots of terrible death, apparently.
I suspect the same thing that happens everywhere people have power and no consequences.
See? In that way, this place does feel like home.
Hello, here I am to just ask you things that I shouldn't have any business knowing, but
hello again,
let's go.
Friend.
We may not be friends soon. So, who's your friend in the urn? Someone mentioned to me, yep, totally someone mentioned to me, that you had an urn with you when you arrived at the manor, Mr. Dupre. Indeed I do, Mr. Ward. It contains a being of true menace. Really, I speak naturally of my dearest friend. She'd wanted her ashes scattered in her home country, you see. I must admit, however, that I'm taking my time. I still have hope that I may see her one last time before laying her to rest. So he's not suspicious at all. What about those drawings you have in your room that I totally didn't see at all? Very close to Miss Deane, Mr. Dupre. Miss Deane? No. I dare say she looked right through me. She looks uncanny like my dearly departed friend, you see. Each time I see her, it's like, well, the grief feels fresh. What about your spirit board? Do you think spirit boards have any practical use, Mr. Dupre? Oh yes, Mr. Ward. Rather too often, they're dismissed as toys. I even brought one here myself. Is there some communication you wish to make beyond the boundary? My dearest friend, I brought her ashes here to be scattered in her home country, but also that we might speak once more. The spirit board will allow us a few words at least, but the seance might actually allow us to speak to, well, I've not found her, but no doubt she's near a place of fire. I've checked everywhere, but I cannot find her. Some days I think I have lost her to this place, and other times I wonder if she is not speaking to me. But when she sees what I have planned, it's for the best. Too good an opportunity to forgive me, Mr. Ward. I lost the run of myself there. Anything else? He can tell us about the feathers, which are ghosts that are bound to the world of the living by objects and all emotional ties. What do you know about feathers? Chains, Mr. Ward. Physically, yes, and spiritually. A ghost can no more escape its feathers than we can chains in a cell, unless, of course, there's a key. Feathers are impermanent then. Can they be undone? Oh yes, some spirit needs simply release their sorrow. Many need help to do so. But some ghosts are chained to worldly objects. In those cases, permanence is likely the intent. You're saying feathers can be made? I've made them, Mr. Ward, for only ever as a last resort. Okay, so he was talking about the fire in the gardens in his note.
Not at all, Mr. Ward. But I won't keep you.
That's supposedly where his friend might be, or at least he felt like the friend might be there. Yeah, the fire pit outside. Where is the fire pit outside? Oh, she's here.
Signor Ward. Yes?
Yes. And you are?
My name? My name, Signor, is Carmela Montovani.
She's leading the seance.
The same Carmela Montovani who is hosting tomorrow evening's seance. The guest of honor, if you will.
The psychic. Is that how you know my name?
You flatter my abilities, Signor. No, I overheard the staff mention a new guest and worked the rest out. I'm I'm something of the detective. No?
Are you now?
Another example. I think perhaps you're here for a different reason. Something not like the others.
Maybe.
And why would you say that, madame?
You do not recognize me or my name. I would wager good money that no others came this far west without some idea of those details. Come, allow me to read your cards. Perhaps we can discover your real reason for attending. Maybe you will find a little direction along the way.
Maybe I will. Or maybe you may find out too much about me and then I'm in trouble. Sure, let's
After that
go.
display, how can I refuse?
Come closer then, Signor.
So what are my cards?
Card spread, Signor. One card for your past, one for your present, and one for your future. Let us begin. The Three of Swords.
What does it mean?
Swords cover the intellectual realm, and this one in particular deals with heartbreak.
Okay. I've had some heartbreak in my life, or does it refer to the death of his brother?
Love, perhaps, but also grief, sorrow, perhaps even betrayal.
Yeah, that may match.
Surely your cards can tell you which.
They're pieces of paper, Signor. They can't answer anything. They put you in front of questions that you may choose to ask yourself. Or not.
Yes, you're supposed to interpret this yourself based on the prompts.
If these cards are to mean anything, only you will know it. The Tower. Major Arcana. These cards deal with big, life-changing affairs.
I mean, I am having a big life-changing affair, and there are some towers involved too.
As you can see, lightning, fire, destruction, and chaos are the purview of this card.
That sounds bad.
What is bad? This card would suggest that you are, or soon will be, in the middle of something significant and unavoidable.
You mean like this whole situation?
Bad is not the right word, but neither is it good. Oh, the wind!
The wind is trying to steal my wheel of fortune.
Does that mean anything?
Everything means something, Signor. Normally, a card is upright or reversed.
This one's sideways. Everything's about to go sideways.
When upright, this card, the Wheel of Fortune, means good luck, prosperity. Reversed, it means, as you may suspect, bad luck and the misfortune.
But sideways?
On its side, I believe it means both are possible. I think your future, perhaps all of our futures, are very much in your hands.
Yes, because I have to stop everyone from going to the seance so that you don't all die.
However you resolve your tower, this here and now, your own reason for attending, it seems likely to affect us all.
Can I convince her not to go to her own seance?
I was not wrong. There is more for you here than a mere seance.
Indeed. Though I am unsure what all this means.
It means, Signor, tread carefully, but act decisively. So much hangs in the balance. And now, perhaps a more traditional conversation, see?
Well, if she's here.
What should we discuss, Signor Ward?
Let's start with analyzing her then. She's got her cards, well-worn tarot deck, a tarot deck worn by years of use. Miss Montovani's jewelry is quietly jangling. It's as if her entire body is shaking despite the mild temperature. Well, she's dying, so that might be why. Sunken eyes. Miss Montovani looks very tired. Yes, so can I talk to you about the fact that you're about to die? Yes, I can. Are you feeling alright, Miss Montovani? Oh, why do you cough? I'm alright, I'm fine. It's just a cough. Perhaps a cold from the weather. London is foggy, but here it's just down to the bone. Okay, she's not admitting anything. Okay, I can't talk to her now because the hour's about to change.
Of course. Take her.
So yeah, lunch is being served now. And therefore she's disappeared. Well, I think it's a good time for us to finish up for today then. It's a bit varied, we've got a bunch of things about a bunch of people, and we need to figure out what to do next. Lunch may offer us some insights, or maybe we continue our snooping. So let me know in the comments what you thought about this one. Who do you think is the most suspicious? And if you enjoy my content, consider liking or subscribing. Thank you to channel members for supporting the channel. And I'll see you soon on another adventure.